Coming up on Mountain News this morning, hear how Kentucky health officials are working to handle an increasing number of coronavirus cases. And one state lawmaker who has come out against Governor Beshear's emergency orders during the pandemic now wants to limit his power.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News This Morning.
Good morning, I'm Lacey Roberts, and thank you for joining me on Mountain News this morning. Today is Wednesday, July 8th, and it is going to be a scorcher out day. I know we sound like robots repeating ourselves, but it's going to be hot. Let's bring in Brandon Robinson to see just how hot it's going to get. Good morning, Brandon.
Good morning, Lacey. Listen, it's the same forecast, different day. I'm again starting to feel like Bill Murray and Groundhog Day again, but it is Wednesday. It's not Monday or Tuesday, but it's basically going to be the same forecast as the last couple of days this morning. Light pinpoint Doppler radar, a couple of stray showers were hanging around far eastern Kentucky, southwest Virginia, but they've started to move out this morning. We had some rain out near Louisville earlier today, but again, it's just back and forth. Let's take a look at our visibility. Something else is back and forth. We see zero visibility over in Pikeville this morning. Limited visibility in Prestonsburg and Harlan so far, and I'm sure that threat will get worse as we head through the morning hours. So again, patchy dense fog, mild and muggy conditions, temperatures a little cooler this morning in some spots. Didn't get as warm yesterday as forecast because of the cloud cover that was around for much of the day, and we'll see temperatures there this morning in the upper 60s and close to 70, no low 70s, at least not yet. We take a look at the out the door forecast. I do think we'll see those chances for scattered showers. The storms around again today brought the forecast high down just a touch to 89. Again, it all depends on the cloud cover and how much of that we see if we get to that big 90-degree mark today, but I think we'll stay just a little bit below it. I'll have the rest of the forecast in just a little bit. Lacey.
Thank you, Brandon. Governor Beshear says that new cases of COVID-19 reported yesterday are cause for serious concern. The state confirmed 371 cases last night. That has Kentucky's total now at 17,519 cases. The governor also announced the deaths of 9 more Kentuckians, raising the state's death toll to 602. Right now, 421 people are hospitalized with COVID-19 in Kentucky. That's down some from Monday, but 110 are now in the ICU. And we continue to follow sad news out of Knox County, where health officials confirm the deaths of 5 people at a nursing home in Corbin. This is all happening at the Christian Health Center. Now, according to a release from Christian Care Communities that operates the facility, 4 of the 5 people were in hospice and had prior health conditions. In that release, the operators quote, "Any death is a tragedy and the loss is felt by family, friends, and our staff. The Christian Health Center is a critical part of our region's healthcare system, and we appreciate the support and prayers from the community as we work diligently to combat the virus." And Tuesday's total of 371 cases is the second highest daily total recorded during the pandemic, and our curve is at the highest it has been since early May. Health officials in Kentucky are doing their best to handle the rising number of cases and hopefully reverse this trend. Dr. Crystal Miller is the public health director for Wedco in Cynthiana. She said yesterday that the increasing number of cases, especially in younger folks, is putting some strain on their contact tracing efforts.
As the economy has opened back up, this has become just a very large project to manage. We have about 10 people working on contact tracing, and we actually just had a meeting today about expanding that team because what we're finding is it's extremely difficult to make contact and rewind their lives and then make all the contacts that we need.
Dr. Miller says that she is also concerned about younger people who generally have mild to no symptoms carrying the virus to their older relatives. And more states are seeing mandatory mask orders being issued, and anyone in violation of that mandatory mask order could face fines. Right now, it is not required here in Kentucky, but Governor Andy Beshear said that he would consider mandating them if the number of COVID-19 cases continues to climb. While many are wearing them without a mandate, others are opposed to the move, saying they're unnecessary and an infringement of their rights.
It's a pretty simple thing to do, and if it helps, and apparently it does, it's worthwhile.
There's a percentage of people that I'm aware of or friends with who refuse to wear masks other than if they're forced to do it.
Again, there is no mask mandate in the state of Kentucky at this time. However, Lexington lawyer Scott White says the government can impose the rule if needed. We hear more from him in our 6 o'clock hour right here on Mountain News this morning. One state lawyer who has come out against Governor Beshear's emergency orders during the pandemic now wants to limit his power. State Representative Savannah Maddox pre-filed a bill yesterday to change the authority the governor has during the state of emergency. The bill would allow emergency orders issued by a governor to last up to 14 days. And 2 more regional offices opened up yesterday to help Kentuckians with unemployment. That includes an office in Somerset, but appointment times are all booked up. That's also true for the in-person help being offered in Frankfort. If you do need help, keep checking kcc.ky.gov. If someone cancels their appointment, that time slot will be reopened. And next month, Kentucky school districts hope to have a plan on going back to classroom for students going back to school. Education leaders told House and Senate committee leaders that there are still a lot of unanswered questions about how exactly that can be done safely during a pandemic that is not showing signs of letting up anytime soon. Eric Kennedy with the School Board Association says surveys show that some students back in class while others want more at-home learning. Then there's the subject of masks.
But it is an expectation, and it is going to have to happen. There obviously will be students that will want to defy that.
Some school districts have already announced the first day of school, while others haven't set a date yet. Plans announced now may need to be changed later on, depending on how the pandemic progresses. And Pikeville Medical Center is focused on emergency safety during the summer. PMC has seen an increase in injuries as people take advantage of the warmer weather. Doctors urge extra safety precautions such as staying hydrated, wearing safety equipment, and being aware of your surroundings. Dr. John Fleming says preventable injuries are becoming more common.
This year it's even more so because people were holed up in the house for so long. Now they're anxious to get outside, doing things they haven't done since last year or maybe ever, taking more chances. So we're definitely seeing more sports injuries, more hiking injuries, more ATV accidents.
He says the trauma center is always prepared to handle the injuries, but preventing them from happening could be the difference between life and death. Well, thank you for getting your day started with us here on Mountain News this morning. Coming up, a petition to remove a Confederate statue at the Anderson County Courthouse in Lawrenceburg is picking up steam, and so is the debate surrounding the move.
It's a rinse and repeat forecast again today as we see more chances for scattered showers and storms. I'll track them out for you in about 3 minutes.